Tokyo, winter of 2014. The city is quiet and gray, the kind of cold that makes the world feel still. In an aging apartment complex named Hoshino, the pipes groan, the lights hum, and you can hear every single step your neighbor takes. This is where Aiko Tanaka lives, in room 302. She's an editor, quiet and polite, and most of her nights are spent alone, tapping away at her laptop. She enjoys the silence, or at least what she thinks is silence. One Tuesday night, she pulls off her headphones to give her ears a rest. And that's when she hears it. A soft knock. It's not coming from her front door. It's coming from the wall. 3 distinct knocks. Steady, calm, and deliberate. She freezes, listening. A few moments pass and then she hears it again. 3 more knocks. It must be the neighbors, she thinks. But the sound feels too close, too intentional. It's almost as if someone is on the other side, asking to be let out. The next morning, Aiko finds the building's caretaker, Mr. Sato, sweeping the front steps. His face is a roadmap of things he's seen but won't talk about. When Aiko asks him about the knocking from room 303, he stops sweeping. His movements become slow, heavy. "There's no one in 303, he says, his voice low and gravelly. "That apartment's been sealed since before you moved in." Aiko is confused. She's seen the door to 303, of course. It's got peeling paint and a strip of tape across the frame, but she never imagined it was sealed shut. "Why?" she asks. Mr. Sato just shakes his head. "Old construction issue. Not safe," he mumbles, forcing a weak smile before walking away, leaving Aiko with more questions than answers. That night, the knocking returns. This time, it's louder, slower. Each knock echoes in the silence of her apartment. Then, there's a pause. A long, dreadful silence, followed by a new sound. A single, sharp scratch against the wall. Aiko's blood runs cold. Sleep is impossible now. She grabs her phone and sets it to record, placing it right against the wall, determined to catch whatever is happening. The next morning, she listens back to the recording. For hours, there's nothing but the familiar hum of the building, the creak of the radiator. But then, at exactly 2:43 a.m., she hears it. A faint whisper weaving through the static. The voice is soft, female, and terrifyingly close to the microphone. It says, "Don't seal it again." Aiko's stomach plummets. She feels a chill that has nothing to do with the winter air. She knows she can't ignore this. She takes the recording to the police. They send over a detective. His name is Kubo, a calm, methodical man in his 40s who doesn't believe in ghosts. He visits the apartment building, questions Mr. Sato, and insists on inspecting room 303. Mr. Sato fumbles with his large keyring, the one with far too many keys. He tries the lock, but the key won't fit. "It's been changed," he murmurs, looking deeply uncomfortable. Detective Kubo, unfazed, calls for a locksmith. When the door to 303 finally swings open, the smell hits them first: stale air, decay, and the scent of rusted metal. The room is small and dark, the wallpaper peeling away in damp strips. A thick layer of dust covers everything, except for one spot on the floor. A perfect, clean circle, as if something heavy had been sitting there for a very, very long time. And on the far wall, they see them. Faint, gray handprints pressed into the plaster. Aiko feels the temperature in the room drop. Detective Kubo shines his flashlight around the small space, and the beam catches something else. Faint pencil marks on the wall, almost hidden beneath the grime. It's writing. Japanese characters, faded but still readable. The message says, "They sealed me inside." They search the entire apartment, but there's no body, no furniture, nothing, until Kubo finds a loose floorboard. Underneath it, there's a single old photograph. It shows a young woman in her 20s with pale skin and an awkward smile, standing in what looks like this very apartment before it was renovated. On the back, there's a name, Yuriko Sato. Aiko's eyes dart to the caretaker, Mr. Sato. but his face is a stone mask. He says nothing. That night, Aiko can't get the voice from the recording out of her head. "Don't seal it again." The words repeat over and over. When she returns home from work, she notices something is wrong. The police tape that had been stretched across the door of room 303 is gone, and the door itself is slightly ajar. A cold dread washes over her, but her curiosity is stronger. She pushes the door open and peers inside. The room has been transformed. It's been cleaned. The stale, dusty smell is gone, replaced by the faint scent of soap. The handprints and the writing on the wall have vanished. There's a single futon on the floor, folded neatly, and where the desperate message once was, the wall has been painted over with fresh, white paint. Aiko steps closer, her heart pounding. The paint seems to ripple as if it's still wet. She leans in to get a better look, and that's when she hears it again. From behind the freshly painted wall, a knock, 3 times. Suddenly, her phone rings, shattering the silence. She jumps, startled. It's Detective Kubo, and his voice is sharp, urgent. "Miss Tanaka, get away from 303. We found something you need to know. Yuriko Sato. She was the caretaker's daughter. She went missing in this building in 1989. The line cuts off, replaced by a loud burst of static. Aiko turns, sensing movement in the room. The futon is no longer folded. It's laid out flat now, as if someone is lying down, hidden beneath the covers. The air grows heavy, thick, making it hard to breathe. The wall behind her groans, a deep, hollow sound, almost like it's taking a breath. She stumbles backward, trembling, trying to get to the hallway, but the door to 303 creaks open wider, all on its own, letting out a low sigh of cold air. Inside, a figure slowly sits up on the futon. It's a woman with pale skin, her face hidden by a curtain of long black hair. Aiko is frozen in terror. The woman's voice is a barely audible whisper, but it fills the entire room. "You heard me." In that instant, the lights in the hallway flicker violently. Every single bulb bursts with a sharp hiss, plunging the corridor into darkness. The next morning, the building manager arrives to find apartment 303 sealed again. The tape across the door looks brand new. Mr. Sato is standing in the hallway staring at the sealed door, his face completely blank. Detective Kubo arrives soon after. He forces the door open, but the room is empty. There's no futon, no sign of anyone. All they find is Aiko's phone, lying on the dusty floor. It's still recording. And on the playback, there is only one sound, repeating over and over again. 3 soft knocks, followed by a faint, desperate whisper. "Don't seal it again." Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.